Yes, MKO pugilism, MKO, should I say pugilism, back at it again. So yeah, just got through watching the chief support to Tyson Fury versus Francis Ngannou not too long ago. Now they're having some performances. I think they're having Little Baby, they're having Eminem, and I don't know who else up there performing now. So thought I'd just give a brief little analysis on this fight. So Fabio Wardley was defending his British title, heavyweight title, against David Adelaye. So this fight was one of those where it started off cagey. Both men sort of taking their time, having a look, having a battle of the jabs. Adelaye landed a powerful jab, I remember, in the first round. And yeah, he looked good. He looked quite decent. He was very competitive, I'd say. Adelaye, he was done pretty decent over the first two, but I found that after those sort of first two rounds, he was just sort of continuously on the back foot. My opinion was he was looking to. It looked like, at least throughout the fight, as long as it lasted, that Adelaide was kind of just looking to line Fabio Wardley up for one big shot, like I think maybe a big left hook or right hand. And, he just seemed to be sort of content not to really do much work. I found his punch output, his punch volume, David Allen and I were talking, was very low. He seemed to be just sort of stepping back a little bit on the back foot. He seemed very confident. There were some counters, good crispy counters he landed, but overall the fight was pretty much one-sided, lopsided in favor of Fabio Wardley for me, because I felt Fabio Wardley, he didn't get over anxious, he didn't get over excited. He boxed well behind the jab. He landed a lot more jabs from the outside, was lining Adelaide up constantly throughout the fight. He went to the body quite well, to stab with a jab to the body and the right hand and right hook to the body. Yeah, he mixed his punch variation was pretty good. And Adelaide, he just seemed to be pretty much content to just sit on the back foot, stay on the back foot, and just kind of wait for Wardley to make mistakes. But Wardley was a bit too clever for that, because Wardley, yes, there was some shots where he swung and he missed the right hand, but he was just too clever for it. For the most part, he was just staying at distance, at sort of arm's length, landing more jabs, landing good straight punches from the outside, and just, basically picking David Adelaide apart, while David Adelaide was sort of just moving back, just waiting, and not really doing much of anything. He didn't really make much of an effort to really try and win this fight. And that's, even after losing, I want to say probably at least from the second going through to about I would say about the fifth, Adelaide, between those rounds, didn't really do much in there to, as far as punch output. And, even his coach was telling him, look, I think it might have been after the sixth round. He said, look, you got to go toe to toe, got to go to work on this guy. You got to deal with this guy now. You've got to do something. You got to step it up. And for me, I felt that's what he needed to do from about the third round, maybe even before that. But he didn't do anything. He just pretty much stepping back, moving back all night long. And yeah, the fight came to the beginning of the end in the sixth round, where Wardley was able to he dropped him in, I think it was the seventh round actually, when it ended, my bad. So, Wardley drops him heavily, drops Adelaide heavily, sharp, crispy punches. Adelaide goes down. He's still got his wits about him. He showed tremendous physical toughness and mental toughness in there. He gets knocked down. While Adelaide's on the canvas, Adelaide sticks his tongue out at Wardley, manages to rise to his feet and sort of carry on boxing. But then Wardley just swarms him once again. Good finisher is Fabio Wardley, and just swarms it with more and more punches, mainly hooks, and hurts Adelaide again with a good, I think it was a right hook. And that was pretty much it. Adelaide just got rocked to the ropes again. and the referee jumped in and stops the fight. I thought there was one of those where I suppose I could see why Adelaye was saying it was a premature stoppage, because he was knocked back towards the ropes. And I think it's one of those where, yeah, you could say it's a bit early. You could say, right, let him sort of take another one, or just give him a chance to maybe go down and take another count or try to recover. Let the knockout happen or whatever. But at the same time, I can understand the referee's decision, and I wouldn't really make much of an argument with it, because you had a combination of things going on. You had one thing, which is the fact that Adelaide was not winning that fight. He wasn't close to win that fight. It was very lopsided against him. And number two, you had that he wasn't really all that competitive. He was losing the rounds, and he was hurt. So you had that combination, that he's losing the fight and he's hurt. It's not like, if, let's say, Fabio Wardley got hurt and went down. Well, Fabio Wardley, you can say, right, the guy's winning the fight. He's got a chance to win it if it goes long, if it goes to points. So give him a chance. But with Adelaye, he was clearly losing the fight. So I can see why the referee made the decision that he did, because he was looking lackluster. He was looking tired towards the end, and he was looking like he was just either going to get knocked out in the next round, or maybe a little bit later. But anyway, yeah, great performance by Fabio Wardley. Me going into it, I did pick Fabio Wardley to win, but I thought it would have been a closer fight. I thought it would have been more competitive, and I saw a lot of people picking David Adelaye to win. So yeah, I had second thoughts, but I start with Fabio Wardley, and well done to him. Hats off to him for winning that one. He, Fraser Clark stepped up to the ring apron. Yeah, I think I'd probably back Fabio Wardley to go on and beat Fraser Clark too, in his second defense. And yeah, let me know what you thought about the fight in the comment section below. Wardley KOs Adelaye in the 7th round. Let me know what you think. Until next time, it's MKO Pugilism, over and out.